Okay, first off, I just want to thank you guys for taking time out of your day to come in here, talk about implementing some 21st century skills into our schools. Obviously, that's important. We want to have, strong citizens at our schools, students that are able to be ready for the 21st century. So I put together a survey, got some feedback on that. So let's go ahead and go over the data from our survey and then kind of try and come up with some solutions, maybe start moving forward on improving our 21st century skills implementation. So the first question on that was, what subject do you teach? Only had a few responses, not as high as I wanted. Saw the science and art departments were represented. We also had several people from our alternative school and one person from our business department that came in. So we're going to have a wide range of data, seeing how comfortable they feel implementing their 21st century skills. So if you move down to question 2, you will see how much ease do you implement 21st century skills into your classroom. Okay, so we had 6 responses on that. What I noticed was no one responded always with ease. So as we know, this is difficult to implement at times. These are some next level lessons, some things that aren't just your run of the mill. So 66% said sometimes with ease, whereas 33% said rarely with ease, and no one said never. So what's something that you guys think that would make it easier to implement 21st century skills, something that our schools could provide?
I mean, I think that they're saying sometimes with these just because I think human nature, we're not entirely confident in all our skill set. We know that technology is constantly changing, so I don't know if you're going to get a strong response of always with ease, because I think everyone understands that you're always going to be having new hurdles to overcome.
Sure.
So I think that's why you're getting some feedback on the sometimes with ease. But, like you said, people have confidence in this, but I think they understand they're going to be experiencing change of something they don't know quite yet. So I think that's where you're getting, I think people for the most part feel pretty confident with it though.
Is there some our school could provide for us that would make it easier to implement these 21st century skills, or is there anything that you think we've done a good job at of making it?
I think we need as much professional development that we can provide for us as teachers to make us feel comfortable implementing 21st century skills, because you're going to have we have a wide range of people who are high and then people that have very little technology savvy.
On that, I would probably add that, it might not be the best idea to implement all of these 21st century type learn, but maybe select just a couple and then maybe hit the training part on those first. Let's get a good basis of those, and then if we need to add more of those, more of the other tools, we can. But I think keeping the startup smaller would be easier for the mass majority to comprehend.
Yeah, absolutely, Kenny. So if you look, I think if we had to rank the learning and innovation skills, I personally think those are the most important skills that you are going to be teaching. So looking at the responses, critical thinking skills, 50% said that it was the highest. And then communication and collaboration actually was ranked the lowest on this, and that's something that's concerning to me. So I think collaboration is important in the classroom whenever we're using, hopefully, your Chromebooks, teachers are using the Chromebooks in their classroom, it allows collaboration. So how can we make students better at collaborating?
Well, we gotta make sure they know what collaborating is. I don't know if our students really know 100% of what it takes to collaborate with one another. It's not just sitting around talking. Like, we have to have a goal, kind of like reading with a purpose.
Sure.
It's a lot easier to find a question if you have to read a passage if you know the question first. So I think we should try to hit it that way, give them kind of the headline or topic of what we want them to be discussing, and then kind of open forum from there.
Okay. Well, think that concludes our meeting, guys. Thank you for coming in here.